Greetings, Club Newtone members, and welcome to this week's episode of Seeing Fit Tips. This week, I'm joined by Jordan, who's going to give us a fun little athletic exercise that you can do. This is the Lunge Stance Overhead Medicine Ball Throw. So, Jordan, tell me a little bit about this. So, what is this move good for?
Basically, what this move does is it helps to work on your hip drive and any sort of explosive upper body movement. By being in a lunge stance, you're in an off-balance position. You have to use the hip muscles to stabilize the pelvis and also to stabilize your torso in throwing this heavy weight above your head.
Oh, perfect. So tell me a little bit about the stance that you're in. Kind of how do you get into this position?
So basically what I do in this position is I started off lunging with a comfortable distance and then drop the knee down. I have the mat here to kind of pad my knee against the hard floor for comfort's sake, but it's essentially a lunge position. You want to be sure your knee is not out over the toe, straight up and down over the heel, and this back leg is directly underneath the body, and the rest of your lower leg here just in a comfortable position to help stabilize you.
Perfect. So what are you feeling when you're doing this movement? Kind of the muscles that you're working here.
So the majority of the muscles that you're working are on the anterior part of your body here, your torso. In your abdominals, you really have to contract and activate those muscles in order to avoid hyperextension of the back, which obviously opens you up to injuries. You'll also feel in the lower abdominals, in the hips, stabilizing the hips as you bring that ball overhead and propel it forward. In propelling the ball toward the wall, your triceps, the fronts of your shoulders, and some of your chest muscles will be activated as well.
Perfect. Is there anything you want to avoid when you're doing this movement?
The number one thing to avoid is hyperextension of the back. So by contracting those abdominal muscles, you will avoid that movement, but it's very easy when you have momentum going backward with that ball over your head to hyperextend the back, which puts all those discs at risk for injury.
Great. So make sure we keep that core nice and tight. How about sets and reps? What would you recommend?
I would recommend a fairly low number of repetitions, somewhere between 6 to 8 on each leg, alternating which leg is forward. So right now I have my right leg forward. I would do one set of 6 to 8 repetitions, switch legs to activate the core in a different manner, and do another set of 6 to 8 repetitions on that side, and I would go through that about 3 times.
All right, give us a few more here real quick. There you go, members. The Lunge Stance Overhead Medicine Ball Throw. That's been this week's Seeing Fit Tips. That's Jordan. I'm Lucas Woody. You stay fit, members.